We begin some breaking news coming in from Washington ahead of his press conference, which is expected in the next 30 minutes to 1 hour. President Trump tells Fox News that U.S. will be involved in who will be next after Maduro to lead Venezuela. He added that he wants to do liberty for the Venezuelans. And Trump also said, we cannot take a chance in letting somebody else run and just take over where Maduro left off. Trump also told Fox News the United States is going to be very strongly involved in Venezuela's oil industry after the operation to capture Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro. Trump said that he watched the operation from Mar-a-Lago. Trump also added there is nobody else who could have done anything like it. When asked about critics who have emerged in the hours since the strikes, Trump brushed it off, saying that they were weak and stupid.
It was slightly busy, I would say. It was very dark all over, especially in Venezuela. The team did an incredible job. They rehearsed and practiced like nobody's ever seen. And I was told by real military people that there's no other country on earth that can do such a maneuver. If you would have seen what happened, I mean, I watched it literally like I was watching a television show. And if you would have seen the speed, the violence, you know, they say that, the speed, the violence, they use that term. It was an amazing thing, an amazing job that these people did. There's nobody else could have done anything like it.
We are counting the hours and the minutes when Donald Trump will tell the world what happened in Venezuela. At least that's what the world is expecting him to say. But before that, Ben Aris is a founder and editor-in-chief of BNE IntelliNews and also former Moscow bureau chief for the Daily Telegraph. He's now joining us live on this broadcast. Mr. Ben Aris, it's good to see you. He's live in Berlin, and Happy New Year to you. There are so many reactions that are coming in at this hour. We also have a reaction from the United Nations Secretary General, Antonio Guterres. I'll just read to you what he said in a moment. But there's a reaction from a professor at a university in the United States who says there appears to be no lawful justification for the U.S. attacks on Venezuela. He says the United Nations Charter is very clear that it is impossible and impermissible for any state to use force against any other country, with a few tightly defined exceptions. Your reactions?
Happy New Year to you too. And yes, the New Year's off with a bang, isn't it? I mean, this is the problem with the Trump-sponsored attack on Venezuela, and that's the word you have to use, attack. Unjustified, unprovoked. I mean, they're claiming it's narco-terrorism, but no country has the right to attack another country. It's laid out quite clearly in the UN Charter. And that if there is a justification, in this case, if the state claims that Venezuela is flooding the country with narcotics and they need to take action, then the proper course of action under international law is to go to the UN and get a UN mandate to act. There are only three conditions, there are only three circumstances when a country can attack another country or enter another country with its military. One is if one country attacks another and you respond. The second is if you're invited into the country by the government. That happened in Syria with Russia. And the third is if you get a UN mandate. And that happened in Libya. In this case, none of those apply, which means that the US attack on Venezuela is quite clearly illegal under international law. Mm-hmm. And this has raised the problem because everybody's pointing, or at least many people in the global south especially, are pointing to Putin's invasion of Ukraine and asking, what's the difference? You know, Putin saying a special military operation because of security concerns, and Trump is basically making the same claim. Security concerns that Venezuela is sending drugs to America and undermining or degrading the society, and so he's taken it into his own hands to act. Mm-hmm. And that's unacceptable. Even the EU has condemned it, and countries like Belarus are saying they stand with the people of Venezuela implicitly against the US for its act of aggression.
Mr. Aris, now that you've mentioned reactions from the EU and also we had reactions from Russia. Stay with me for a moment. We have reactions from China as well.